It's such a small gesture that means so much. All right, we're going to get this rolling here. King Hacker, I see you. Thank you. Appreciate the love. Glad you're here. No more ads for you this weekend. So this is a best of 5. It's going to be a win by 2 in the 5th if it gets there. It's the winner's bracket semifinal of pro singles. And as we talked about just before the match began, the winner of this match will play the other Burmetler that's here, Stefan Burmetler. And I have no favorites. I won't say who I want to win. I actually don't care. Just want to see a good match, and it'll be a good final either way. We got the local-ish homie here playing yellow. And by local, I just mean we got an American, and then we got Austria there on the right. So it'll either be brother versus brother in the final, or it'll be the kid that we saw in Dallas just blow everybody's mind with his game versus Dewey Culpepper. So we'll see what happens. Who's your pick out there? We don't have a channel point prediction for this, but just toss it in the chat. Who do you think is going to win? How many games are going to go? Who do you want to win? Any predictions? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Ray gun pulling for Dewey. And Dewey does have a cannon back here if he decides to shoot it. It's going 2 to the 5. This is a very efficient game. Everybody's riding with Dewey. What time is it over across seas over there? Got one for Daniel. Ray says Dewey and 4. All right. First time chat from Ace Foosball Bucharest. And I'm hitting this with the Google chat so I know what I'm saying here. I mean Google Translate. Shot there. Translate doesn't like it. 3-1 here in favor of Daniel Burmetler. Terry says the kid in 4. Almost 7 o'clock over there where his fans are. All right. Good match over on table 3 in the elimination side. We'll see that on YouTube in the future. Are the B Bros the best in Austria? I would think so. I know that hurt. Just tried to send it right down the middle of the table and did not work out for him. Dewey stuffing that with his 5-bar. I would think they're the best in Austria, but I also don't know. I know Stefan has a championship, world championship on Garlando. Phrasing. Walk 2000 would say yes. And you know what? I'll take your word for it because I have no reason to not. I just got these loose hairs everywhere, man. It's like, you have those floaties in your eyes that just kind of go. I have that with actual strands of hair, and I don't know. I have no hair. I don't have that color hair. I don't have that length hair, that shape of hair. I'd like to go ahead and announce in advance the winners of the Pro Doubles event here at the 2024 World Championships. That's going to be me and my partner, Linda Lee. And we're going to take it in 4 in the final there. First game is going to be kind of rough. I'm going to be doing too many back wall passes into slingshots. Linda's going to call a timeout about halfway through the game and say, hey, look, this is not how we got here. And it'll be too late to win that game, but I'll pull it out in the next 3. Fair, right? And Pro Doubles is starting in 1 hour.
How's it going, Clay?
I just realized I did not start this timer.
Foosgear.com is a one-stop shop for everything foosball. We give the guaranteed lowest price on professional-grade Tornado foosball tables. Whether you're looking for a coin-op table for your bar or business, or a home model table for your family and friends, Tornado tables are built to last and made right here in the USA. Looking for cool foosball gear? Foosgear got you covered with t-shirts, merchandise, and accessories to complete your foosball addiction. Play like a pro at foosgear.com.
So Daniel Burmetler there with first game win. Thank you, Alberta Fooser. Appreciate that. Gonna do my best. That is not legal. That is 100% illegal. I'm gonna play this in replay in regular speed here real quick, and you'll see him have it on his 3-bar. Adjust, bring his left hand up, and immediately shoot. It's no bueno. Ref calls that every time if they're paying attention. And Dewey let it slide. And if you don't have a ref on the table, it's not up to you to ref your own game if you're the offending player. It's a good thing to do, and I doubt, by the way, that was intentional for the record. But it's Dewey's to call, and he didn't. Yeah, it's considered a distraction. The rule itself is under the distraction section in the rule book. And you just have, he brings his left hand up like that. You just have to wait a full second. 1, 2, right there. So this is plenty of time, obviously. Good. Man, this pull shot is just something else, Adam. Check this out.
Yep. Woof. Look at that. And love that economy of motion. Seeing that in slow motion, how very little body he's using.
Yeah.
That's why all the power and all the speed is there in the rod. Because the rest of his body's not flopping around.
Not sure if you heard this earlier, but the winner here plays Stefan Burmetler. So
yeah, I was scoping out was a bracket stocking, as you would say.
Yeah.
Interesting, kind of a testament to the depth of field here in open singles. You see where Stefan is finishing, getting into the pro singles final potentially.
Yeah.
No, he is. He's going to be in the pro singles final. We saw what he did earlier this year in Dallas. You kind of see the difference in depth of field. It's fun to see, though. Love to see that brother versus brother. If Daniel pulls this one through, Dewey's a formidable presence on the table.
Ran into Jesus this morning at the Waffle House.
As one does at a Waffle House.
He was eating bacon and eggs, which I found a bit surprising. Not so much for the eggs, but
the bacon?
Wouldn't expect Jesus to be eating bacon.
That's a really good point. Something we don't think about too often.
Nope. As a matter of fact, I've never thought about it.
Maybe he had that cloven animal approved special.
Kept asking for refills on his water. I hope he wasn't driving.
This is good stuff. Are you writing this down?
Freestyle, man.
Oh, man.
Just putting out there what the Lord literally in this case is putting on my heart, right in my just carotid artery. Love that.
Dewey ties it up. You hear that? That was a good sounding deep shot. No thwack. Just hits the rim and goes in.
Yeah, when it's a tink like that, that is as deep as it's gonna get. And I love that sound. It's one of the things about, when I first started playing foosball and I saw Tony play, and his shots weren't all that loud on the 3-bar, and I thought, man, how is this guy so good? He can't even score that hard. And then the more I learned about foosball, the more I learned he's hitting it as far out there as you can hit it. And he's just not popping the back of the goal. That's the only thing it is. And of course, he does and can and often is the case. But he really practices hitting it out there as deep as he can. And the farther out you can spread the posts, the wider you can make the goal, the more ground the defense has to cover. And it's bad news if you're the defense.
3-3, second game. Burmetler up by 1.
Yep.
Daniel showing great table presence. Table management. Not too rushed, taking his time, calling timeouts. Got to see him play for his brother, Nets, earlier this week. Nice to see his full singles game in action here. Solid.
Just a bounce pass. Dewey's been doing this where he just kind of bounces it off the wall and goes to that second guy. I'm not sure if he's going to do it here. Not a bad time for a timeout. Just see what you're looking at there?
So I heard the pro doubles final is predetermined.
What do you mean?
But you'll be there?
Yeah. No, that's a wrap. We'll play it out just for the the formality of it.
You don't want to be coronated,
I just want to play. I want to get there.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy it. And knowing that it's going to happen is good enough sometimes. But in this case, I already know it's going to happen. And then also, just want to make it.
Love it.
I want to give people something to watch and enjoy. It's that bounce, by the way. Went to his first guy instead of the second guy. I think that's a pro play right there by Dewey to call timeout, even though it's on his 2-bar instead of further up the table. 4-4, you got to get it to your 5-bar, and he does that. I was sitting here looking to send it to game 3. Take a ref night. What is this? It's rolling back? Oh, it's spinning. You see
wow.
that?
Yeah, wow.
Ready? Yep.
You see it right there, and he waits till it goes out of his zone so he doesn't accidentally knock it back to the opponent's 3-bar. It's a pro play. Little things like that are so huge. It says 4-4. You give that to his 3-bar, that is not a good situation. So just let it roll there and don't do anything silly, and you get it back on your 2-bar.
5-bar shot in that moment, tied up 4-4, down a game. I'm okay with it.
Yep.
I mean, there was just nothing there. Not a hole to shoot at. I like the idea. And it doesn't look like it caught Daniel by surprise too much.
I think in video games, some type of massively multiplayer online games, we call that a gear check. Kind of see what you're dealing with there. I think a lesser player, Daniel wasn't a little more cool under pressure, would have leapt and made a hole. Because that was a big lift 5-bar shot. Stuffed back in the hole, 1-1.
Tired of playing on this cheap, flimsy table? Players breaking, parts flying? Can't even have a proper battle with your buddies?
What the f? You deserve better.
You deserve a table that can handle your epic battles. Hand-built in Germany for professional level play. Engineered for durability and precision, Leonhard foosball tables are easier than ordering a pizza on a Friday night. Just hop on our website, pick your table, and we'll deliver it right to your doorstep. These tables will revolutionize your game experience. With insane control and rock-solid stability, original Leonhard tables take every match to a whole new level of awesomeness. So what are you waiting for? Say adios to flimsy tables and upgrade to an original Leonhard foosball table. Order today and your game nights will never be the same. Be legendary. Leonhard.
Or that'll go in the other side's favor.
Yeah.
We're back. You see that. You know that. You know the drill by now. We're pros.
1-1.
I actually didn't even go to Waffle House this morning.
That whole story was a lie?
You thought that part was a lie?
Hey, once I'm in, I'm in. So I took the whole thing at face value.
Yeah.
You thought that part was a lie. I'm easily suggestible.
Suggestible?
Whatever.
Thank you.
Thank you. So you start at 2.
I can barely hear you, by the way.
You start at 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he answered for me. I like one of the things you see with players in Europe. In America, it's ready, yes, or it's set, yes, yes. It's pretty much the extent of it here. Over there, it's ready, set. Those are options, and then it's yeah. It's all these different versions, or just you can just make a noise, and the other person, listo. Let's see.
What is the rule for the ready protocol? Can it just be a noise?
So the way that the rules read, this is a random thing that I like this when this happens, because I can't quote verbatim the rule. I do know that the ready protocol speaks specifically to asking ready or set, and there's that hair. It was in my mouth. Nice wall pass there. It does speak specifically to saying ready or set, but it doesn't limit to that. I mean, anything, and again, this is going to be one of those things that if you're going to try to call this because they said something besides ready or set, it's not a referee on earth, not a tournament director in the world who's going to say, nope, you got to say exactly this one word. Now, if you're saying something silly like, booger, like that's silly. But anything that's in the neighborhood of ready or set, or listo or yes or ya or whatever, it's going to work.
And so a follow-up, though, because I've heard this, but maybe I just made this up in my head, but once the ball is set, if you don't say anything for X amount of seconds, is it in play? Or
No. If I say ready and you have, I want to say 3, I think it's 3 seconds, but it might be 5. We'll say 5, actually. Although I think it's 3. And Ray there says it is 3, so we'll go with 3 seconds. If I say ready, and you don't say that you're ready within 3 or 5 seconds, whatever the rule says, it's a warning for a delay of game the first time. Then it's a delay of game the second time.
Oh.
And then after that, I believe it goes to a technical.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. And the penalty for the delay of game. Oh no, this is 2 breaks in a row here. Little gentle table tap there. Didn't look super genuine.
That's the second gentle table tap. With that.
Yeah.
Timeout called.
Thanks for pasting this in the chat. I'll just read the rule as it says. Before the ball can be put into play, the player in possession must ask the direct opponent if they're ready. By direct, it means if you're the goalie, you ask the forward, or if you're the forward, you ask the goalie. If it's single, you just ask the other player. The direct opponent has 3 seconds to respond. Ready, in quotes. And the player in possession now has 3 seconds to put the ball into play. So it is 3. Both ways. And if they don't, then the penalty, first infraction is a warning. Second infraction it's a penalty. It goes to the opponent's 5 bar, which I don't know what happens if it's on their 3 bar. It might just be another warning. And third one is a technical, which means it goes to the opponent's 3-bar for a free shot. And here's something that most people don't know. If you miss that shot, you get the ball back. If you make it, you get the ball back.
Oh, really?
Check that out, yeah. I hope Tom Yours here so he can correct me if that's wrong.
Ready? Yep.
3-1. Burmetler right down the middle on the 2. It is 1-1 in game count. There's pro singles to play in the finals.
Yep. Yep.
Just past the big dot and just sprays it just a little bit more. It's a sick pull shot. Snappy, fast.
And compact.
You can hear the breath. You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Ready? Yep.
Was that a slingshot? Attempt or a pull kick? What was that?
I don't know.
I love the pace that Dewey is maintaining this entire match.
Yeah, he has been very deliberate. Burmetler has a chance now to go up 2 games to 1. And he does. Buries that.
Tired of playing on these cheap, flimsy tables? Players breaking, parts flying? Can't even have a proper battle with your buddies? What the f? You deserve better. You deserve a table that can handle your epic battles. Hand-built in Germany for professional level play. Engineered for durability and precision, Leonhard Fußball tables are easier than ordering a pizza on a Friday night. Just hop on our website, pick your table, and we'll deliver it right to your doorstep. These tables will revolutionize your game experience. With insane control and rock-solid stability, original Leonhard tables take every match to a whole new level of awesomeness. So what are you waiting for? Say adios to flimsy tables and upgrade to an original Leonhard Fußball table. Order today and your game nights will never be the same. Be legendary. Leonhard.
Alrighty, we'll go ahead and get this off the table. They can play when they wish. Not a single complaint from players this weekend on having a timer between matches. There was a player, maybe or two, I think it was only one, and it wasn't a complaint, it was feedback saying how it affected their eyes if they were practicing their 5-bar at the moment. So we're going to keep tinkering with that. It is something that it's for the viewers, so we can. It's actually so we can play the ads and keep doing this for free and all that good stuff to the viewer. But it never needs to be at the cost or at the expense of the players. So I don't have the attitude of we'll just tell the players and that's how the rule is. I don't like that. It's not how I want to roll. And actually,
Ready?
I don't think he'd mind. I don't think he'd mind me quoting him on this. I talked to Tony early in the weekend, off mic. And I asked him, for his input, because he's a top player, he's going to be doing a lot of Table 1 matches. And he said, just make that the rule. Just that is the rule, and all players have to play by it. And I get where he's coming from, and I agree with it in principle. I also don't want to be the reason somebody's upset.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very comfortable being the reason somebody's upset. That's right. But as far as the work that Modern Foos is doing, I don't want to be the reason that somebody walks away thinking that they didn't play their best. So we'll keep working on it, and except for that one player that will stay nameless, we'll be able to play that on Table 1. And most like it. They like knowing that they have the full 30 seconds for the timeout, the full 90 seconds between games.
And you really don't know how long 90 seconds is until you see it count out there in between a match.
Yeah.
It is a lifetime.
I can't wait for that pro singles final from Nationals to go to YouTube and the between game pause. I mean, Sam DeJohn and Jacob Balcos, who are just over here to our left, actually. You can just see them back there chatting slowly there. They were just chomping at the bit like 3 seconds in to the break between games. It's quite funny. Anyways.
Yep.
3-1 in favor of Burmetler, up 2-1. We might be seeing a brother versus brother final.
And I don't think, if that happens, I don't think it's a huge surprise to many folks here. I do think, Stefan was it wouldn't have been a surprise to see him go super deep in open singles. I mean, he's got game, and I don't think if he tours much in America, I don't think he's going to be a pro for long. I think he'll be a master fairly soon. His game is on a different level, and I hope we see him over here more. So not a big surprise to see him in the final. And this is my first time seeing Daniel play, but from what I've heard from folks like Tony and others, not at all a surprise to see him this far, and likely playing his brother in the final. They just generate so much power and so quick. Love the slingshot there. Didn't go in, but I just love that.
That was a tight hole. That was not even a middle. That was like a 3-dot on the 3-dot. Full shot, match point, chance to put it away. Ooh. 5-bar threatening to stuff it back in. As you've said, that's happened twice now. Good timeout.
Yeah, he was on the verge of losing this. And that's just a pro play as well. Call the timeout, step away. Don't do anything silly. Don't give up a free possession. It is 4-1. You're feeling good. It doesn't feel like the end of the world if you have to, give up a shot. Maybe they score on you. But that you can't have that mentality. I think this is an important ball. Call timeout. He's over there talking to his brother / likely opponent.
Yep.
Burmetler puts the ball back into play. Match point for him.
He's already had 2 stuffed.
That time the 3-bar whacked it back. Millimeter away. Dewey on goal. It ends up on the 5 of Daniel. Now to his 3. Match point again. Pull shot. He shot that tight hole. This time, though, a pull kick. Buries that. There you have it, folks. 4 games. Dewey Culpepper is defeated by Daniel Burmetler, who's going to go on to face his brother in the pro singles final.